Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Canadian Shield. My name is Sterling, and I'm your host. The other day, the mainstream media tried to bait Pierre Poilievre into, I don't know what, they always think they got some I gotcha moment. I would imagine that's because they sit in an echo chamber, so they never have anybody that questions their logic. They always just tell each other, oh, no, that would sound great. That's amazing. That's going to have to catch him. And then, of course, it all turns to pot once they understand, once the individual thinks about it for a half a second and answers them with something that they didn't expect. However, I think that what's important is they're back to this trying to convince you that he doesn't have a plan, that the Conservatives don't have an idea what they're doing. The Conservatives have been right all along the road. Every time they say this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. We all know it. We're all aware of it. And yet, for some reason, the Liberal Party thinks that if they can get Pierre Poilievre to say what it is that his plan is, other than what he's already discussed in his 4 points, right? Somehow it's going to make the Liberal Party look better and the Conservative Party look worse. I don't understand the logic personally. So I'm going to let you hear it. Then I'll give you my 2 cents worth as always. Before we get into it, I would encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this channel with your friends.
My question is regarding the housing problem. CHMC has said that Canada needs 5.8 million houses to restore the housing affordability. Liberals says that they have that already in the budget to be focused on the housing and the fairness for the Canadians, which you disagree. Why do you disagree, and what's your plan?
Okay, I don't disagree. The math disagrees. They've promised they're going to build, so they promised they're going to double home building. Their own housing agency said since they made that promise, home building has gone down, and that it will go down next year and the year after that. Look at my exchange with Trudeau in the House of Commons last week. To get to 3.9 million, forget 5.9 million, to get to 3.9 million new homes by the scheduled deadline of 2031 that Trudeau promised, he needs to build 550,000 homes a year. I asked him 6 times in the House of Commons, are we going to build 550,000 homes this year? He wouldn't answer. Well, the truth is he's on track right now to building about 200,000 homes, not even half of what he's promised. It's not a matter of me disagreeing. It's a mathematical fact. He's not delivering. It's a mathematical fact that 9 years ago when I was housing minister, the average rent for a 1-bedroom was $973. Now it's $2,000, right? These are the facts. So has he spent a lot of money on housing programs? Yes. He spent $89 billion on housing affordability, and the result is that housing costs have doubled. The problem is he's putting the money into bureaucracy. Government bureaucrats don't build homes. Private sector builders do. Government bureaucrats are in the way. So we need to get the government bureaucracy out of the way and deliver fast, affordable permits to build the homes. 1/3 of the cost of every newly built home in Ontario is government permits and taxes. 1/3. That's more than we spend on the labor to build the home. So we're spending more on the bureaucrats who don't build anything than we do on the carpenters, framers, plumbers, and electricians who build. Isn't that insane? Like when you buy a house, do you not find it incredible? You have this beautiful house, and you say, well, where did the money, I'm buying the house for, now say it's $1 million. What does the $1 million go to? You break it down, lumber, materials. You think more money goes to people sitting in government offices than goes to the people swinging the hammers, fitting the pipes, framing the lumber. It doesn't make sense. We need to cut the bureaucracy, and that's why my common sense plan will require cities free up land, speed up permits, cut development charges and fees as a condition of getting federal funds. If they don't hit my targets, they won't get their money, and there'll be less of those bureaucrats in those corner offices. So if they beat the target, they'll get more money. We're going to pay our municipalities the way we pay realtors and builders for the number of homes.
Okay, so you saw that, you heard that. Pierre Poilievre made it quite plain that the mathematics are not on the side of the Justin Trudeau. And I did some mathematics on here too. I mean, you're talking about it's hundreds of houses to be completed a day. There's no way in the world they could ever accomplish it. And if they could accomplish it, they don't have the infrastructure in place. Their mindset is that everybody's going to be so desperate that they're just going to clamor for these tiny little cubicles that they're going to cram everybody into. It's just not the situation. It's not that. It's not what people want. People could have stayed in their own country if they wanted to live cheek to jowl with their neighbor. When you come to Canada, you want to spread out. You want to enjoy the country. You want to maybe have a little bit of land for yourself in the first time in generations of people. There's a lot of, of different dreams and different ideas and different attitudes and different wants. But the Liberal Party doesn't care about any of that, right? They just want to tell you whatever they think you'll believe. Because, like I told you from the beginning, there's absolutely no way in the world that they will accomplish these housing. And I said that back when they were talking about it in October. There's absolutely no way in the world. The numbers that they are talking about are unachievable. And they're talking about getting the structures built, never mind getting the inside of the house finished. I mean, I can't tell you how many times you talk about somebody getting their bathroom done and they figure it'll take them 2 weeks. It takes them a month. There's delays. There's all kinds of calculations that the Liberal Party's not even talking about, not even considering, because I don't think the one of them among them know how to swing a hammer. They wouldn't understand what a blueprint was if it was, put to their telephone. Anyway, I'm going to wrap here. I want to thank you all for listening, and I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this channel with your friends. I'll talk to you next time.